Well lads, what's the crack? It's Philip, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Philip. This is my channel, Tips for Him, where I do men's fashion and lifestyle. I do men's fashion, grooming and lifestyle videos, as well as various product reviews on popular brands. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then do consider subscribing, and hopefully together we can have you looking, feeling and smelling like a shamrock. Now obviously you guys have clicked on the video because it says minoxidil, so you're curious as to what the before and after progression is going to be like, what I'm going to say, what sort of side effects I've had, what risks I've had, and you just want to see results. Well, before we get to the results, and I will show them very soon, this is actually only 4 months worth of minoxidil usage that I have on my face right now, and it's pretty damn good if I say so myself. Now I know there'll be probably a couple of haters that'll say your beard is shit, it looks like bum fluff, like pubes, or it looks fake. If you can't grow a proper beard without minoxidil, then don't grow one at all. Yeah, I've heard it all before, get over it. Go massage that little ego of yours. But for those of you who are actually supportive and want to maybe use minoxidil yourself, or intrigued or curious as to how it works and how it might work for you, then continue watching. Bear in mind I record this video with the intentions of using it for my 6-month mark, but it's actually only my 4-month progression mark, so I just decided I'd do one now rather than 6 months down the line. So anyways, here we go. Hey guys, and welcome to my first video of my minoxidil journey. So I'm actually just going to show you the comparison and what my face grows naturally without using any minoxidil. So believe it or not, this is my better side, my left side of my cheek. Cheeks not so much, but chin area can definitely get a good bit of hair compared to my right side, which as you can see is a lot less. My tash area I can grow a little bit, and then my chin and neckline just small amounts. So as you can see from that, not very much that I can grow facially. I'm hoping that 6 months time down the line when you're watching this video, that I will have a substantially better looking beard or facial hair. Even just a good 5 o'clock shadow I would be absolutely happy with. Hopefully 6 months down the line I will have something like that with very little to no side effects. So now that you've seen what I've grown, it's not too bad, you know. It's decent, fairly decent now, I must say. Like I went from nearly as smooth as a baby's arse to you know, full on hairy teenager arse. But you know, it's not bad. You know, I think it's all right. It's getting there. It's getting there. Anyways, all jokes aside, I'm actually going to go through some of the side effects that people have experienced and what is common, and if you do use minoxidil, what you're going to come across yourself. And just so you know, I'm using the Kirkland 5% minoxidil. It doesn't matter which particular minoxidil you use. I just use this one because it's the cheapest and it's the most easiest to get to Ireland for me. I do know that like Kirkland is kind of hard for other countries, particularly India and Australia, for example. So there's definitely loads more out there. Maybe do a bit of research and find which one is the cheapest and the easiest to get for wherever you live. So some of the common side effects is chest pains, rapid heart palpitations, faintness or dizziness, a sudden unexpected weight gain, swelling of the feet and hands, unwanted facial hair growth, which obviously we want the facial hair growth. And the last one is, it says do not use if you are using it for 4 months and you do not see any results. So I'm going to go through the side effects that I've actually experienced and how severe my experience of those have been. Now in regards to some of the side effects that I've actually experienced myself, which thankfully haven't actually been quite a lot in comparison to some people that I've seen online. But for me, number one, heart palpitations has not been a thing for me. Maybe the second or third time applying it, I had a faster heart rate, but that has subsided, hasn't happened ever since. The most common one, which I'm pretty sure everybody will experience, is dry skin and flaky skin for that matter. Obviously you're putting chemical and alcohol based substance on your face, so it's just gonna like dry it out and it's gonna be itchy. The best thing I found with when you have flaky skin or dry skin is I actually use the Menu Ultra Concentrate
face wash. Now this one is actually almost gone, so I got like reordered another one because I think this is really good. It has infused with tea tree oil and witch hazel, and it really helps the pH balance on your skin. I use this twice a day and it's lasted me for the last 5 months, so one pump really does go a long way with it, which is very beneficial, especially if you're going to be using it with your minoxidil, because you know you're going to need quite a lot. I've tried a few other face washes, but they don't work as well as that one does. So if you're looking for a good face wash to use with your minoxidil application, then I do recommend the Menu Ultra Concentrate face wash. Along with that, I have been using the Dermaroller Micro Daily Exfoliant, which I think is also really well, but it is quite expensive. So if you can't afford this, then I would recommend something like from BullDog. Their facial scrub is actually really good as well. So if you're on a bit of a tight budget and you're not really sure what to go for, then I would recommend the BullDog facial scrub, as I think that's very good too. Now, another thing to help with your dry and flaky skin is also to have a good moisturizer. I use the Menu Ultra Concentrate Matte Moisturizer, which helps really well. Sometimes I will use my jojoba oil, natural jojoba oil. It's great for like your hair, scalp, nails, skin, everything, beard. And then sometimes I'll also use a premium vitamin C booster oil. Sometimes I just mix it up. So there are some of the products that I use to help my skin with the dry and itchiness and the flakiness. Now the other main things that I do kind of experience, other than the flaky and dry skin, is for me sometimes I do feel a little bit more depleted of energy. So I wouldn't get dizzy, but I do feel very lacking in energy sometimes, but it's not very severe, like I can still operate a car or anything like that. Other side effects, losing collagen, so you're actually getting more dark circles under your eyes. But one thing I have been using for the last couple of weeks that I find is really good is this collagen cream, which is by ELEMIS. It's a PRO-COLLAGEN cream, which I think is very good. I use it in the morning and I use it at night time. So I've kind of noticed a little bit of a difference, not a drastic difference, but it is helping a little bit. Now, some of the other side effects that I've seen people have, which thankfully I didn't experience, was chest pains or bleeding from the nose or anything like that. I have seen some YouTuber who did it for 30 days. I think he more or less experienced every side effect that you could possibly experience with using minoxidil. I would, however, suggest that if you do use the liquid form and if you're getting quite a lot of side effects from it, I have heard that a couple of people that switched from the liquid to the foam have experienced less side effects from using the foam. However, some people claim that using the foam doesn't give as quicker or as best results than the liquid does. But the way I see it is, if you're experiencing quite a lot of risks and side effects with using the liquid, then maybe just stick with the foam. So I'm going to go over some of the questions that I see regularly on other videos, and I'm just going to go through a couple of those. The first one is, will I lose my hair if I shave? Short answer, no, you won't lose any of the hair that you've gained from the minoxidil if you shave. I would, however, recommend to trim your beard, and the reason why I recommend trimming it is because when you rub in the minoxidil, the less hair you have, the easier it is for the minoxidil to actually absorb into your skin. So if you've, like for me now, this is like a little bit too much, and sometimes the minoxidil just sits on the hair, doesn't get to absorb into the skin as well. I would advise against doing a clean shaven, simply because if you cut yourself and then apply the minoxidil on, that shit will burn like a mother. So trim, don't shave, and you'll be fine. Second question, will I lose my beard if I stop using minoxidil? Yes and no. You will lose your minoxidil beard if you've stopped using it and haven't given your beard enough time to turn terminal. So by terminal, I mean allowing your vellus hairs to turn permanent. So if you think of it, your vellus hairs are kind of like kids, or you're kind of like a teenager, and then your terminal hairs is when they become into adulthood. So as long as you give your beard enough time to turn permanent, then you can stop using minoxidil and you won't lose what you've gained. It'll be permanent. If you only use minoxidil for like a month or 2 months, then that's not giving your beard enough time to turn permanent. However, the length of time you need to give your beard to turn permanent depends on person to person. Next question is, how long till I have a full beard, or how long will I need to use it? This question does depend on the individual, but in most cases, a lot of experienced minoxidil users will say to use minoxidil for at least a year to give yourself the time to get the best results possible, or a more realistic result than others say, like use it up to 2 years to see the max potential that you can actually grow. So if you do 1 year, you're kind of giving yourself the bare minimum of what you can grow, but if you give yourself 2 years, then you can give yourself, that's when you'll see the max result. Now, another question I get asked quite a bit is how important is consistency? Now, obviously consistency is really important with minoxidil in terms of growing a beard. However, if you miss 1 or 2 days, or if you miss a week every now and again, don't worry, like it will still work. You will still hold on to all of your hair that you've grown. It's not going to drastically impact your results. Just obviously try and be as consistent as possible. And just for a quick example, I'm very inconsistent sometimes. Sometimes I can go maybe 3 days without applying it, and that's just simply down to lifestyle. I still have results, I still have gains from what I've experienced. So yes, try and be consistent as much as possible, but if you miss a couple of days here and there, then don't worry about it. Another question that gets asked, my beard is shedding, does it mean that it's falling out? Like, what am I doing wrong, or what's happening? The shedding phase is completely normal, and the reason why you're shedding it is because your vellus hairs, so your baby hairs, are actually falling out, and then your mature adult hairs are like starting to grow in. So don't be alarmed if you see a couple of like hairs falling out when you brush it or wash it or anything like that. It's completely normal, and it's a sign of your beard progressing. Last question is, how will I know if minoxidil will work for me? Unfortunately, there isn't any particular way of knowing before using it if it's going to work for you and how well it's going to help you achieve a beard. It kind of just depends on your genetics. If you can kind of grow a bit of a beard, then there is a strong chance that minoxidil will help enhance what you can already grow and potentially create more hair, or help more hair to grow. One thing a lot of people forget or don't understand about minoxidil is it doesn't create hair follicles. It only helps hair to grow from follicles that are already existing in the face. And the reason why you can hold onto your beard permanently as opposed to when you use it on your scalp, the way I see it and the way I try to explain to some people is the hair on your scalp has already been mature, it's already been terminal, it's already like it's getting to the end of its lifespan. So when you're using minoxidil, you're kind of helping to maintain the life of it, and the longer you keep using it, the longer you keep prolonging the life of the hair on your scalp. And that's when you stop using it, for your scalp in particular, that's why you lose your hair, because it's already reached the end of its lifespan. So you're not using the minoxidil to help keep it alive. Whereas with your beard, because your beard generally doesn't grow in until you're like in your late teens or your late 20s, or some people late 30s, it hasn't reached the end of its lifespan. So that's why when you use minoxidil, you don't need to keep using it, because it is permanently grown out of your body. Your body is producing it, so you don't need to keep using it. Once you've pushed it towards terminal and it's permanent, then you don't need to use it. Depending on how much you grow and if it'll work for you, it does actually just come down to you, and the only way to know is if you actually give it a try. If you do try it and if it doesn't work or you don't achieve anything within 4 months, then do discontinue using it. Now, for anyone who is thinking of using minoxidil, I would strongly advise to consult your doctor if you've any doubts whatsoever. And even if you don't have any doubts, I would still maybe consult your doctor beforehand, just in case. Obviously, I don't know your body, I don't know if you have any prior medical issues, so it's best to consult your doctor before actually starting this minoxidil journey. Rightio laddies, that is it for my minoxidil journey. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then do consider sticking around, watch a few more of my videos, they might be interesting to you. And as always, any questions, requests, or a pot of gold, drop them down below. Subscribe here, social links are over there. The thumbs up button I believe is down there. And oh, don't forget the notification bar, or the notification bell. Yeah, don't forget that bell, he's a sneaky bell. Give him a click. And until next time lads, sláinte.